Hi guys, welcome. Hi guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more latest news. This is now about Antoine Griezmann now from Atletico Madrid. I'm just going to give you a bit of news on him right now. Apparently now Barcelona are convinced and are eyeing out a move to get Griezmann from Atletico Madrid next summer. Now we know Barcelona have got a few players on their agenda. You know, Coutinho is one of their targets they can go for in January, but they're still looking to add ranks to put alongside Messi and Suarez, and they may think Griezmann may be the real deal. And we know Griezmann has got a release clause of 170 odd million pound, is it? But next summer it does reduce to half the price, so it does reduce to about 89 million pound. And Barcelona are convinced they can go on and get Griezmann next summer, because obviously we know it was Manchester United's main priority target during the August window. But currently we didn't get a deal over the line for Griezmann due to that. Currently Atletico Madrid had received a transfer ban. This is why we didn't get a deal over the line, because Atletico Madrid had received a transfer ban. And then after that, he signed a new deal back in June with Atletico Madrid until 2022. But £89 million will be enough to activate his release clause. Apparently, Barcelona have been in discussions. Barcelona have approached Griezmann's representative. So Barcelona are reportedly eyeing out a move for him next summer. So that could be bad news for us, because obviously it was Jose Mourinho's main target during the window. You know, he estimated 6 out of 10 chance that he was coming to Manchester United. He scored 28 goals last season as well. And I said, you know, in that number 7 role, he'd have been a fantastic number 7 for us, because we haven't really had a good number 7 for a long time. Since we had Ronaldo, we haven't had a proper number 7. United have still got it vacant. I said, for a commercial point of view, would want to keep that number 7 vacant. But apparently, Barca have identified him as a key target for Barcelona, Antoine Griezmann. So apparently now we could miss out on him next summer. It's in Sky Sports. Seen a couple of readouts about Antoine Greizeman now in this situation, but I said very, very good forward, strong, quick, good at leading the lines, tenacious, good left footer. He's good with both feet, to be quite fair. He's Griezmann. He's got good physical attributes. He's got that finishing product. Griezmann is absolutely fantastic, and you know he has a strong relation with Paul Pogba as well. But yeah, it's saying Barcelona are going to move him next summer, because we know he's a player that was very, very good for France, was very, very good in Euro 2016 as well. He was voted player of the tournament and was the top scorer as well in Euro 2016, was Antoine Griezmann. He risen up the ranks fantastic well at Real Sociedad, made his debut for them in 2009, won the title with them as well, and across 5 seasons he scored 59 goals in just over 2 century appearances for Real Sociedad. But since he's been at Atletico Madrid, he has made, in La Liga, he's made about 118 appearances and scored about 60 odd goals as Antoine Griezmann in the current process as well. But it did report out about a month ago, something now, that Barcelona had identified Griezmann as their main priority target, because they're looking to get him in the mix with Messi and Luis Suarez as well. But we know it was our main priority target. It looked as though we were going to get him, but due to the current transfer ban that Atletico Madrid had, you know, especially now that Diego Costa is going to be playing for them in January, that could then now see Griezmann go. And Griezmann did confirm before he had discussions with Diego Simeone. This could be his last season with Atletico Madrid. I think this is his 4th season now in the process with Atletico Madrid. He's Antoine Griezmann. I think they paid 30 odd million pound for him from Real Sociedad, but he's made a massive impact as Antoine Griezmann. So yeah, it's saying Barcelona could make a move for him next summer of a fee of around 89 million pound, because his release clause does reduce next summer. Does Antoine Griezmann's in the process well? But no, we couldn't get a deal over the line for him, because due to Atletico Madrid's transfer banner in the process. But he'd be fantastic for our number 7. He'd be really, really good, you know, in the mix, you know, with alongside, you know, like Mkhitaryan, Rashford, Martial, you know, Lukaku. It'd be good to see Griezmann in the mix, but apparently Barcelona are convinced they can get a deal over the line for him next summer. Apparently they've been in contact with his Griezmann's representatives over this. So yeah, we will see what happens about that as well in the current process. But we also know that Barcelona are convinced they can get a deal over the line for Philippe Coutinho in January, because as I said, As he updated you on one of my videos yesterday, as it did say in the press that he'd reportedly turned down, he rejected and turned down a January switch to Paris Saint-Germain because he prefers the move to Barcelona, because we know Philippe Coutinho did want to make the move to Barcelona. I think he's even suggested to his agents to try and secure a move to Barcelona in January as well. And Coutinho's representatives have made it clear that he could be available for around 135 million. So Liverpool are willing to sell Coutinho for 135 million pound, because obviously it's Barcelona's main priority target. Obviously Barcelona have got Iniesta there who signed a lifetime contract extension, but he, as I said yesterday, he may not want to see Philippe Coutinho come in, as he could be surplus to requirements, could Iniesta, if Coutinho was to go to Barcelona in January, which I do think he is going to go to Barcelona in January. Philippe Coutinho, we know it's one of Liverpool's most central players. Liverpool should have sold him in August. As I said, they would have cashed him. Liverpool would have been able to get the main targets that they wanted into their squad. But Liverpool didn't do this because they wanted to keep hold of him. But I think 135 million they can generate this money, can Liverpool in January, go on and get a couple of at least get two good players into their team to reinvest in. This is what Klopp needs to do, especially in their defence area. But we know Coutinho's still in, as I said, still in contract with Liverpool to 2022. I think he's injured, so he's due to miss their game against Huddersfield. He was injured in the early parts of last season due to injury. Yeah, early parts last season. Well, sorry, not last season. He missed the first 4 or 5 games this season due to a back injury that he currently suffered as well. Very, very good for Brazil. Maybe Neymar, because he has a good friendship with Neymar, because they both play for Brazil. Maybe Neymar would want to see him go to Paris Saint-Germain. Coutinho. But I think Coutinho does prefer the move to Barcelona. But obviously in the August window, the Liverpool owners and the Liverpool board and Klopp were not willing to accept any bids from Barcelona, and Liverpool had turned 3 bids down from Barcelona in the August window as well. His ex-Inter Milan player, as I said, Liverpool had paid £8.5 million for him. This is his 5th season in the process with Liverpool. He's made 143 appearances, scored 36 goals. Also played in Spain before, with Espanyol as well as Philippe Coutinho, but he's could become one of the most creative, agile midfielders. But reports were stemming from Spain the other day that Barcelona are going to go for Coutinho in January. As I said, he'll elevate to a higher level, played amongst better players, winning trophies. And at Liverpool, he's not going to be going to be doing this with Liverpool Football Club, and he has to accept that in reality. So we'll see what happens. Also, as he updated you yesterday on a bit of a transfer rumours about what was his name. Cairo Immobile. Now apparently Chelsea are eyeing out a move for Cairo Immobile, because obviously Conte is still looking to add a player in his attack. So basically he wants someone to partner up with Morata. So he wants a strong partnership up front. Does Conte? Conte clearly, it was it reported in the English press yesterday that Chelsea were heavily linked with him. Conte really clearly wasn't satisfied with Chelsea's transfer window because he missed out on quite a few targets. He did get Morata in. He did get Bakayoko and Rodiger, but he wanted to get quite a few more players in, and Danny Drinkmore, and he wanted to get quite a few more players in as well. Did Conte? He wanted to get Sandro, didn't get Sandro. Went for Vardy, didn't get him. But yeah, they've had an interest in this Cairo Immobile now as Conte and Chelsea, and apparently they're willing to go for him to keep Conte happy with Chelsea, because there has been rumours that Chelsea are convinced he wants to see his deal. He's got a 3-year deal. He won the Premier League in his first season last season. There were reports saying yesterday Carlo Ancelotti could return to Chelsea, because he got sacked from Chelsea in 2011. We know the board's very, very strict now. We know quite a few managers have been sacked this season as well. And Chelsea have had quite a lot of managers sacked over the years. But as I said, Cairo Immobile, apparently Chelsea are maybe willing to make a move for him. I think, Conte has worked for him in the past at Juventus, so Conte is maybe looking to have a reunion with the current player if they are to win him Stamford Bridge. If Chelsea were to go for him, it would maybe cost quite a bit of money. It maybe would cost Chelsea in the region of maybe 60 or 70 million pound if they wanted to get Immobile from Lazio. if they did want to get a mobile from Lazio, it would cost Chelsea probably 60-70 million pound. As I said, he's a very, very good player. He's skillful, he's tenacious, compassive, good at leading the lines. His pace very, very good. He's a hard worker. He's a fantastic playmaker. And Conte thinks he'd fit into the Chelsea agenda very, very well. He has 13 goals this season already, does the player. You know, I think he's been at Lazio a couple of years. I think he's made, all in all, 45 appearances for Lazio, and he's scored 36 goals in the current Pro Serie as well. He made his international debut in 2014 for Italy. Also was part of the 2014 FIFA World Cup as well, was the player. I think he was, yeah. And also was part of the squad in Euro 2016 as well, was the current player. But he does look a very, very good player. As I said, he may cost Chelsea up to £70 million if they're willing to make a move for him in January as well. But he's a player that began his career with Sorrente, I think, yeah. And he was, then after that, he was graduated in 2009, I think it was. He was graduated by the Juventus Academy in 2009. And then he went to quite a few clubs on loan, didn't he? Did the current player. Also went with Torino. He did very, very well with Torino in his breakthrough season. You know, he scored 22 goals in 33 matches. You know, Serie A top scorer with Torino. Also been at the likes of Dortmund. Also been at the likes of Sevilla. And now with Lazio, you know, he's made an absolutely fantastic impact with them so far. So reportedly, Chelsea are apparently willing to make a move for the current player as well in the process. So yeah, we will see what happens about that. Oh, else, and yes, just to give you a bit more information on the Mesut Ozil and Gareth Bale and what you're doing now, the Mesut Ozil situation. Apparently now there's some press reports saying if Ozil is wanting to join Manchester United, he will have to see out his deal and join Manchester United on a free transfer next summer rather than go in January. Because I said Arsenal would rather cash in on Ozil rather than letting go free next summer. He's still saying Man United have not reportedly made any type of offer or any type of approach for the player, but he's saying he may have to run out his contract to come to Manchester United next summer because obviously. On a free next summer because obviously he's been demanding a wage increase as Ozil turned down partly 275,000. He was demanding over 300,000 was Mesut Ozil as well. But he's a good player that can create chances. He can provide assists as well. The current World Cup winner, and it come out the other week that he reportedly told his teammates that he does want to join Manchester United. Does Mesut Ozil, and I think he's keen on reuniting with Jose Mourinho, so it's a second chance he could play under Mourinho because they were fantastic together at Real Madrid. We know Ozil was at Real Madrid for 3 years, was he? Yeah, 3 years. Did very, very well, won honours, made over century appearances there as well. So yeah, did very, very well, and it's Arsenal's second most expensive signing. Arsenal paid £42.5 million for him. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal, also made over century appearances for Arsenal. But one of the questions, he played well against Everton. Is he playing for the move like I suggested out? As I said, it did confirm the other week that the contract talks between Ozil, the club, and his representatives had currently stalled as well. But yeah, the current World Cup winner, and he's very, very good. He's Mesut Ozil. Also was in the Bundesliga for 5 years as well. But I said Arsenal would rather cash in, as I do keep saying, rather than let him go on a free next summer. Jose Mourinho classifies him as a fantastic number 10. The agent had confirmed the other week that the contract talks going in the right direction, but this had come to a conclusion as it wasn't. So could this be Manchester United's next signing? I think he feels as though Arsenal is not getting put in his preferred position as well under Arsene Wenger, because he is a number 10. Jose Mourinho would play him in number 10, but what would happen with Mkhitaryan or Mata if that were to happen? One of them would fall down the pecking order, wouldn't they, if Ozil was to play in the number 10, because Mata and Mkhitaryan can play in the number 10 for Manchester United as well. So yeah, we will see what happens, but we'll see what happens. He could still see out his deal and become a free transfer next summer. I do not really know, guys. And a bit more latest news to update you guys, you know, with the Gareth Bale situation. As I reported yesterday, it said apparently Real Madrid, Gareth Bale had been given the green light to leave Real Madrid because obviously Real Madrid are sick, you know. They're losing patience due to his current injuries as well. So it did give Mourinho a bit of confidence to go on and go for him next summer. But reportedly it's said now, well, it's in one of the press that Jose Mourinho now he's not interested now in Gareth Bale. Due to probably that he was interested during the window. Man United have been heavily linked to him, but due to he's got a history of injuries, and he's got a record of injuries. This would concern Jose Mourinho if Gareth Bale was to make the move to Old Trafford next summer. But apparently, the amount of injuries that he's been suffering Germany's time with Real Madrid have not been very good. He's recently, suffered a calf injury this season as Gareth Bale as well. But as I said, he's won 10 honours with Real Madrid. He's won 3 Champions League in 4 seasons. He is very good when he's on the pitch. He's a good hard-working player. He's got good physical attributes. He's highly experienced. He's good at putting balls into the box as well. His crossing ability is fantastic as well. Distinctive in his play, but his injuries, and this is what it said, Florentino Perez and Real Madrid were looking to generate the funds that they paid for him from Tottenham back in 2013, which was £85 million as well. He did very well with Tottenham. He had 6 fantastic years with Tottenham Hotspur as well. Did Gareth Bale, made 146 appearances, scored 42 goals for Tottenham as well. And he risen up the ranks fantastically well with Southampton when he started as a left back, and then since he was at Tottenham, become more of an attacking player. Did Gareth Bale as well in the current process. Also, he hasn't been getting a fantastic reception with Real Madrid. Also, very good for Wales. Welsh Football of the Year record 6 times. Second top scorer for Wales, and he's earned 60 caps of Bale, but apparently Real Madrid are losing patience with him, and apparently it did say he's been given the green light to leave, but apparently now Mourinho is no longer interested in the current play because he's got a record of injuries, and we know that Bale is injury prone with Real Madrid, but yeah, we will see what happens. But as I updated you the other day, obviously, about the Luke Shaw situation as well for Manchester United. Luke Shaw apparently now is no longer on speaking terms now with Jose Mourinho at Manchester United because they've had a fallout, and he fears his career could be over at Manchester United, as he reported the other day after a breakdown in relation with Jose Mourinho, because now it's confirmed Luke Shaw is not our first choice left back. I think is he our 4th or 5th choice left back now is Luke Shaw, so he has fallen down the pecking order. He's been, this is 4th season in the process with Man United. We paid £29 million for him for Southampton back in 2014. He made his England international debut in 2014 as well. Did Luke Shaw for the club as well. But I think he's got a contract with Manchester United. Is it till 2019 as well? As Luke Shaw's got a contract with us until 2019 as well. But we know since he'd been undergoing rehabilitation before. He'd been playing for the under-23s, and this season since his return, because we know he's injury prone, he suffered from long-term injury, because we know he's got a record of injuries as well, so he's injury prone. And since he's come back, he's only played in the Carabao Cup 45 minutes of the Burton game, only 3 or 4 minutes of the Swansea game. So Luke Shaw knows he's clearly not satisfied, is Luke Shaw, with a lack of game time he's getting under Jose Mourinho. So so Jose Mourinho, if he is to go in January, Luke Shaw may go for a left back replacement. And there's also we know Danny Rose has been mentioned in the process. Danny Rose, who also had been injured for quite a long time, he's got a deal with Tottenham until 2001 as Danny Rose. He's been injured quite a long time, got a deal with Tottenham to 2001. He has been at Tottenham 10 years, won the PFA, very good left back, as I said. Become more of a regular in Tottenham's team in the 2012-2013 season as well, Danny Rose. But he did criticise Tottenham back in the August window, due to the lack of investment in the window. And also, clearly wasn't satisfied with the wages he was receiving, and he explained this. He's made 135 pages, scored 9 goals. And he's been at quite a few teams on loan: Bristol City, Sunderland, Watford, Peterborough, as well as Danny Rose in the process. But he did say he was willing to turn down Chelsea to make a move to Manchester United, was Danny Rose in the current process. But if Mourinho's to make a move, it may be hard to get business. It may be hard to get a business deal over the line for it may be hard to do business with. It may be hard for Manchester United. Sorry guys about that, just went off. So yeah, it may be hard if Man United were going to go for him as a replacement for Luke Shaw. It may be hard for us to do business with Danny Lever as well in the current process. So the main part of this video, guys, as I said, it is about Antoine Griezmann. Apparently now Barcelona, as he reported about a month ago, they're reportedly willing to make a move for him next summer. they're convinced they can get an 89 million deal over the line, because that's what his release clause will be next summer. It's now 170 odd million, I think, but it does reduce next summer, does his release clause. He signed a new deal back in June 2022. Reason up the ranks with Real Sociedad very, very well. As I said, made his debut in 2009. Did very, very well. Won the title then across 5 seasons. Scored 52 goals in over 2 century appearances. Very, very good for France. Very, very good in Euro 2016 as well. Player of the tournament and top scorer as well. Said very good for France, as I said. But obviously, with Man United's main priority target during the August window, but due to Atletico Madrid got a transfer ban, we couldn't get a deal over the line for the player. And he estimated 6 out of 10 that he was going to come to Old Trafford, was Antoine Greizeman. But I think this is his 4th season of process, as I said, and he's done very, very well for Atletico Madrid. He's made a big impact. And he'd have been absolutely fantastic in our number 7 role with Antoine Greizeman, as I said. But obviously due to the transfer ban, a deal never materialised. Scored 28 goals last season as well. Did Antoine Greizeman in the current process as well. But it is confirmed Barcelona have been in contact with Griezmann's representatives over this. So yeah, it is. I don't, because obviously it did say Man United were actually willing to go for him next summer, as well in the current process of that as well. So basically, we've got the Manchester United Tottenham game today, 12:30. As he already updated you yesterday, Harry Kane's out, which is very, very good news for us. He's got a hamstring strain. 14 goals in all competitions this season, over 100 goals now in all competitions for Tottenham. Presumably one of the best strikers now in the world. For 3 years, he's been fantastic for Tottenham. Tottenham being fantastic for 3 years. So Harry Kane's out. Barley did say he's expected to be back. Jones is expected to be back. Pogba still out. Reports are saying he could be out till December. Some reports saying he could be back for the Chelsea game next week, I think it is. Fellaini's still out, but I don't know when he's going to recover. Rojo's expected back in a couple of weeks. Ibrahimovic is expected back in December as well. But yeah, Jones expected to be back, after he come off in the Huddersfield defeat in the 25th minute mark. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very good game of football. I think Man United are going to do it, even though we haven't been in a good run of form lately. We did get back to winning ways against Swansea in the Cup. But yes, we have got Bristol City in the next round. I've got to update you. So we have got Bristol City in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. So that should be an easy rollercoaster ride for us to get into the semi-final. I think the teams that are left in it is us, Bristol City, Leicester. I think Arsenal are still in it. Manchester City, yeah. So yeah, that's really everything to update today. Drop your comments, like, on the channel, subscribe to my channel as always. If you consider, as always, drop a like on the video and take it easy, guys. And I'll see you all again very, very soon.